Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he returns this to the 22. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
7 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They're going to look to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Falcons.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Kenedawagu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. First and 10, it's Wilson. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards. Throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. The Vikings sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Ready? 1st and 10, Taylor now. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Brought down by Ed Oliver. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A swing pass here to Edwards. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It's Edwards again. And some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. Touchdown. Bryan Edwards. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that's certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 out the gate early.
What? 88 out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive one made it to the end zone. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They'll look to throw again. quickly here, and that's complete. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Taylor will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And back at the 8 now, third and goal. They'll look to throw here. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. Touchdown! Bryan Edwards, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
Falcons 21, Vikings 14.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw once more on second and 10. Wilson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 56 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only mustered 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Wilson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Give to Cook out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 7. Wilson. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. The option to give to Taylor here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll set up to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. And his throw here's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And some room to work. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
14. Gotta go, in and out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Gotta go, in and out.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
They certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it. And guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. Wilson going to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 79 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Lewis Seed in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they're in danger surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop tell me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. They did in this one. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for Atlanta, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I